Welcome back to One-on-One Sports. I'm now joined by our NFL experts Tyler Patchen and Stuart Semonite to discuss what has already been a very exciting season. With Week 3 done, we have 3 undefeated teams left in Arizona, Philadelphia, and Cincinnati. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a trip into the overreaction factory. You're going to tell me your reactions, how far you think they're going to make in the playoffs, whether they'll make the Super Bowl, something like that. So let's start with the Cardinals, who have been struggling with Larry Fitz, but are somehow still 3-0. So what's your reaction, Stuart?
Well, they've been struggling with Larry Fitzgerald, but they've been playing great defense, especially against the rush, and they've been playing it again in a great division. They beat San Francisco last week. They're going into the bye this week, and they're going to have a big test after the bye with Denver. So I think we'll see where they are after that, and then we'll get a good idea of where this Arizona Cardinals team is going.
Well, that's the thing with the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, one of the big playmakers, Larry Fitzgerald, is just not performing. And I mean, he's basically been non-existent these past couple weeks. And Carson Palmer was injured in the last game, and now they had to bring in the replacement quarterback, Drew Stanton. I mean, even though he did perform, and I will give them that, it's just a matter of uncertainty. And yes, they're going to refresh in the bye week, but there's still a lot of football left to play, so I'm a little unsure of how Arizona is going to proceed going forward.
I agree with Tyler on this one. I think the Cardinals are 3-0, but they've done it very questionable. I don't know if they can keep it up, especially with how people have been struggling. I think it might catch up to them. But moving on to a team that has done well, 3-0, good game against the Redskins is the Philadelphia Eagles, but LaShawn McCoy is struggling. How do you think that's going to affect the Eagles?
Well, here's the thing with the Philadelphia Eagles. They certainly don't give up. I mean, they've been down in all 3 of their past games, yet they've climbed their way and have come to be honest, really fantastic victories. I mean, Chip Kelly is really holding his team together, but this is, I'm not sure if they can keep going this way through the entire NFL season. I mean, sooner or later, that's going to start catching up with you, and especially with players like LaShawn McCoy not performing. I mean, luckily they do have lots of good backups and wide receiver and a good running game, but, you know, they do need to step it up.
Sue?
I agree with you. They've been getting pretty lucky with Nick Foles playing the way he is. He leads the league in passing, but I think Philadelphia definitely needs to be more worried on defense. They've given up 27 and 34 points in the last 2 games, respectively, and also they are currently ranked 26th in the league on defense, so they need to button that up before they're even consider making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree, Stu. I think the Eagles being down coming into halftime several times, I think it's going to catch up to them as well. I think the Eagles might start to fall off too. Moving on to a team that has been looking very strong in all areas, the Cincinnati Bengals with Andy Dalton. A.J. Green was hurt last game, but he still had a great season so far. Gio Bernard's been stepping up. What's your reaction, Stu?
I think of these 3 teams, I think Cincinnati is the most well-balanced team there. Andy Dalton is coming out very well as a good quarterback in the NFL. Their defense is playing, it's not playing great, but it's playing good enough. They only gave up 6 points to Tennessee last week, and they've been playing very well. I think that Cincinnati, despite playing in a very tough division, they have the momentum to go take it away.
Cincinnati is always one of those teams that sometimes always manages to fly under the radar, and with this just coming out 3-0 these past couple of weeks have been absolutely fantastic. I mean, they have good quarterback, a solid defense. They've been performing well, and not many people are paying attention, and that can very well work into their advantage. You know, not many people are going to, they're in probably one of the toughest divisions of the NFL.
AFC North.
I mean, the AFC North is always going to be a tough competition come the off season. So, I mean, off season, the playoffs. So.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how they're good, but they do have a few issues maybe in their coaching staff, but I think the way they've been playing, they've been able to work through it.
And I agree. I think the Cincinnati Bengals are the strongest of these 3 teams. I think Andy Dalton really is growing into his own, and that's great to see because he has a good quarterback. He has A.J. Green. He's got Gio Bernard. I think they're going to be fine in the AFC North. I think they're the best team in that division.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this segment, but stay tuned as Chris sits down with our baseball experts to discuss some breakout stars from this season.